Hey YouTube, how's it going? This is Super Riot, and on this video I'm gonna do a review on this key change multi-tool. This has been out in the market for a while, but you know, those of you who like a multi-tool on your key change, you might get some information out of this. So here it goes. And today I'm gonna do a review on the Gerber Dime. It's a 12-in-1 multi-tool. Here's retail packaging. And we're going to do a review on the Leatherman Style PS and a Swiss Tech, which here's the retail packaging, 8-in-1 multi-tool. Okay, so first we're going to go to Gerber Multitool. It's a 12-in-1 multi-tool, and they have a variety of color options for these. Red, black, and I believe it's like purple or something like that. This is Gerber. Let's start off with you can call this a bottle opener, and I guess you can put a key change on it too, but I wouldn't advise that. And you got a key change ring right here, which is pretty okay. Let's open it up. And we found a pliers. Now let's talk about this plier. This is 12-in-1 tools. So just a plier alone, you got 3 tools. You got a needle nose plier, which is right. Let me focus on it. Needle nose plier right there. And you got a regular plier, and you got a wire cutter. So there's 3 tools in one, right, just on that plier right there. And you can see the spring on the plier. This is they use a straight spring. It's not a spiral spring, and it's pretty well hidden. Okay, now so that's the plier. Let's go back to the other tool, and we have a straight edge knife, pocket knife. It's not the sharpest, out of the box, not the sharpest. So if you want a sharp knife, I suggest you get to work on that. It's not very sharp, but don't run your hand on it. And you have a package opener. You know, open your package more easily. I mean, it's more easy to open your package with this tool than a knife. So that's always handy. And let's go on this side. We have a nail filer. I don't know why some company put a nail filer in there, because most of the time multi-tool, most of the time only the guys that pack a multi-tool on them at all times. So I don't know why there's a nail filer in there. And you have maybe a little Phillip head, middle flathead, I mean. Okay, now on the other side you have a flathead screwdriver. Okay, let's flip over, and here's a cool thing about it. You have a scissor, and you can see the spring on the scissor right there. There's a spring just about right there. Okay, it's not a spiral spring, it's just a straight spring, and it feels pretty good. And flip it over, you can see on the side they have some sort of a hole to guide the scissor in place, so you don't want to derail on that hole. Here's this side, here's the other side, and we're going to do a cutting test. Here's a piece of paper, and it's pretty good. It feels pretty good too. It's very positive. Now let's fold the paper in half and cut it. Yeah, it works too. So if you're in a pinch and you need a scissor, this will work for you. I think you can cut like a light plastic packaging too. So that's always handy. That's a scissor right there. So that's the, well, okay, now it's a little difficult to close it and stuff. So that is the Gerber Multitool. Nice little tool. Retail around $15 to $20. You can get this at Walmart or online, Amazon, whatever. And next we're gonna go to the Leatherman Style PS. Okay, now they also have a smaller version, not a smaller version, but a different version with a scissor on it, and that's called a Leatherman Style CS. This one, however, has a plier on it as a main tool. So let's open it up. You can see the plier right there. Here's one side, here's the other side, and you can see the spring on the plier. It's pretty beefy, so much better than the Gerber spring. Beefy plier. And the needle nose right here alone you have 3 tools, just like the Gerber. You have the plier, needle nose plier, you have the regular plier, and you have a wire cutter. Okay, now the problem with this is that, as you can see, the needle plier, it doesn't close all the way, as opposed to Gerber or Swiss Tech. Let me open it up. Actually, the Gerber doesn't close all the way either, but the needle nose, yeah, it closes at the very top. So if that's your problem, as you can see right there. Okay, put this down. Okay, let's get back to the Leatherman and let's fold this up. I think it's much easier to fold than the Gerber Multitool. And let's see the end right here. You have a carabiner, double as a bottle opener. I rarely open bottle with any tools. I just often twist it off with my hand, so I don't really need a bottle opener. And let's open this up. Open this up and see the tool inside. Okay, now let's go to, actually this the tools are on the outside. Okay, now let's go to the scissor. Now here's the Leatherman scissor. I'm gonna open the Gerber scissor just to compare it. Okay, the Leatherman scissor and the Gerber scissor. Size wise, it's pretty much the same. I think the Leatherman is a little bit bigger. The edge is a little bit bigger. Okay, the spring on the Leatherman, as you can see, is a pretty long spring, versus the Gerber, pretty short. So it feels the Gerber has a better spring action because the spring is much shorter than the Leatherman. Therefore, increases strength of the scissor. The Leatherman, as you can see here, a very long spring. Okay, we're going to do a cutting test on it. Single page works just as well as the Gerber. Now let's double that up. Not bad either. feel very positive when you cut the scissor. Just between these two scissors, I'd say they're about the same quality and stuff. So you can't go wrong with any of these scissors. Okay, now let's fold that up. And that's one tool. Let's go over here. And we can see the little flathead screwdriver on top. And a nail filer. Again, most of the people that carry these are men's. And I don't know why they have a nail filer and all of these. But you know, whatever. So that's one tool. And a little hidden gems on this tools is a tweezer. You can see right here. It's a tweezer. We're gonna open it up. Pretty okay, you know, if you have a splinter, if you work outdoor and stuff like that, or in I don't know, anything that you might have splinter. This is a great tool for it. So it goes right in there. Some people actually miss that. When they buy this tool, they actually miss that little tweezer. Okay, so I put it backward. You can't do it backward. You need to do it to the right. The tap needs to be outside. And as I said before, most people miss the little plier right there. And I did miss the plier on the Gerber tool. They have the plier just right here. The little tab right here. That's the plier. I mean, pretty much the same quality as the Leatherman. So yeah, the plier is pretty hidden. So if you buy multi-tool and they say they have a plier on it, look for it. Don't miss it. Like I did on this review. I forgot about it. Completely forgot about it. So there's the Leatherman Multitool Style PS. Let's open these up to the plier. Okay, the Gerber Multitool is very hard to open up. Okay, so that's the Gerber and the Leatherman. Now we go to the Swiss Tech, and I've got to say the Leatherman, it will cost you somewhere around I believe it's $23 to $30 retail. So yeah, it's pretty pricey compared to the Gerber or the Swiss Tech, which costs only like $7 or $8. I think it's pretty fair for the price. But the Leatherman, I don't know why it's so expensive. I mean, maybe just a brand name or something. That's why I'm gonna do a review and see which plier I choose and which I don't prefer. Now we're gonna go into Swiss Tech. This is they call this a mini multi-tool 8-in-1 Swiss Tech. You can see the packaging already. There's the packaging right there. There's a back of packaging. And let's see the plier. Again, pretty much the same thing as the other multi-tool. You have a needle nose, a regular plier, and a wire cutter. And on this plier, the spring is different from the other two multi-tool, which is pretty they have a straight spring, but this you have a spiral spring. So I would prefer a straight spring because spiral spring, yeah, it doesn't last that long. So I don't know. I'm not really sure because I don't have this for a long time. But I prefer the straight spring over the spiral spring. But that's a plier. And compared to the other plier, this plier is much beefier. Okay, here, compared to the Leatherman plier. You can see how much beefier the Swiss Tech is. Here's one side. Here's the other side. So the Swiss Tech has a much beefier plier. Let's compare this to the Gerber tool. As you can see, much beefier plier. Plus, it's one plier that it closes in way more than the other plier. You can see how tight the gap is on the plier compared to the other pliers. So plier wise, I prefer a Swiss Tech over the other two multi-tool because it's much beefier. And just fold that in, and we'll go into some tools they have. Okay, let's open this up and see what kind of tool it has. Okay, you have a straight edge knife. This is a little bit sharper than the Gerber tool. So out of the box, you get a okay knife, much better than the Gerber. And you have a can opener, which is can be useful for a survival situation. The other multi-tool, they don't have a can opener, only this one does. And you have a Phillip head. Screwdriver is pretty small. I don't think it's standard size, but it's okay. And finally, you have a saw. This is crazy. For a small multi-tool, they managed to pack a saw into it, and it's pretty. It's okay if you need it in a survival situation, but it's only for backup. You know, it's not that you're gonna cut a whole tree down with the saw. So those are some tools for Swiss Tech. And let's go to the main attraction of this multi-tool. And you can see the flashlight. That's the main attraction of this multi-tool. Seem like aluminum flashlight, and it looked pretty good too. You know, it's not like ugly and stuff. So here's a flashlight. It came with a battery. To turn it on, you twist it. Just twist the little head. It's okay for a pocket flashlight. It's nothing you can you know, go out into the woods. It's nothing like that. It's okay to do like basic stuff. I don't know if they put how many lumens is a flashlight. I'm thinking of around maybe 4 or 10 lumens, somewhere around there. So, you know, this is the main attraction of the Swiss Tech. It's a flashlight. I haven't seen any multi-tool that has a flashlight as good as this, but this what this doesn't have is a scissor. So if a scissor is your thing, then you might not want this. Okay, now the problem with the Swiss Tech is the key change hole. You can see right there how flimsy the rings are. So if you buy this, the first thing you should do is get a different key change ring. This is so flimsy. I mean, I can just pull it off with my bare hand. You can see it right there. I just pulled it off, and there is the flimsy ring. Same thing as a Gerber. Very flimsy. I wouldn't recommend that anyway. Plus, the key change hole is super thin. You can see how thin it is. I mean, you can easily break this. You can easily break this compared to the Gerber. It's a little bit beefier. Key change rings. Okay, let me zoom in. Okay, now you can see the key change ring. It's a little bit beefier. Not the rings. The ring is again is flimsy, but the actual keychain hole is much beefier than this flimsy Swiss Tech. So I don't know how to get around this. This is maybe one of the major problem with this multi-tool. The key change rings and holes is super flimsy. I mean, you can accidentally sat on it and it could break, but only time will tell. Okay, so those are the 3 multi-tool. Let's compare the plier on R3 again. I don't know if I can show that on camera. It's pretty difficult. I only have 2 hands. So there you go. Those are 3 multi-tool with a plier, if the plier is your thing. So I mean, these are only 3 out of like many multi-tool on the market, but this is what available at my retailer, and the price is okay. And the Swiss Tech, again, it came at around $7 to $8. Let's fold these up. Versus the Gerber, $15 to $20. And the Leatherman, $15 to actually $23 to $30. So this is pretty much a premium multi-tool. It's not necessarily the best out of these 3. I think I mean, all these has pros and cons. So whichever multi-tool you choose to pack is fine by me. You know, all these have like have something that the other doesn't. So I can't say for sure which one I like the most. But at the moment, I'm gonna carry the Leatherman Style PS, because again, you know, it's a little bit more premium quality feel. And last but not least, let's weigh this up and see how heavy these are, and why the price so cheap. Okay, now you can't see it. You can't see it. Okay, now let's start out with the Leatherman Style PS. Okay, it come out at around 1.58 ounces. That's the Leatherman. And the Swiss Tech, 2.69 ounce. Okay, and the Gerber, 2.38 ounce. So again, you can see the price point and why they are so different in price point from each other. I mean, the Leatherman is a much lighter tool. It's made of maybe, I think, stainless steel, and they have a nylon plastic on the side, so it's much lighter. If you prefer a lighter multi-tool and a more premium brand name, go with the Leatherman. And if you don't care about the brand name or how light it is, and you just want something that works, go with the Swiss Tech. I mean, it has a flashlight. Again, you know, this is a big attraction of this multi-tool, the flashlight. And the knife is much sharper than the Gerber. It's pretty much it's okay multi-tool. But you know, I don't like the key change ring, the key change hole. It's just so flimsy. I'm not sure that I'm gonna ever carry this, because it's I could lose it and don't know about it because of the thin key change hole. So I will not be carrying that. And you know, if you like something in between the Leatherman and the Swiss Tech, I would suggest a Gerber. There's really nothing here that they have that is you know, outclass the Leatherman. Nothing really. The plier on here is believe it or not, it's a little bit flimsy. I mean, if you have a small plier, of course it's going to be flimsy. If you get a hold of something and then the plier could twist on the right side or left side. And for the R3 plier, I would recommend the Swiss Tech plier. If that's the main thing you want in your multi-tool is a plier, the Swiss Tech plier is much beefier. And yeah, if you want to carry that, that's fine. The Gerber, the ply is like similar to the Leatherman in terms of strength. So I don't know why, but I feel like carrying the Leatherman more than the Swiss Tech. Because you know, it's because I don't need a knife. I already carrying a knife on me all the time, so I don't need a knife, and the Leatherman doesn't have a knife as a tool, so less waste for me. So there it is, the review of the Leatherman PS style, the Swiss Tech mini multi-tool, and the Gerber dime 12-in-1 multi-tool. Okay, I would like to add that the Gerber has a lifetime warranty, which is great. The Swiss Tech has only 1 year warranty, and the Leatherman, I believe they have 25-year warranty. I mean, pretty much to lifetime if you think about it. So if you care much about warranty on all these 3 tools, then the best warranty is the Gerber. Of course, it's built pretty tough. So and the Swiss Tech, it looked pretty flimsy for the quality of material. Stainless steel. All of these are stainless steel. And the Leatherman, it just feels quality, but in terms of warranty, it's pretty nice. And also the Swiss Tech, it came with a sheath. So again, if I keep on talking about the key ring hole being flimsy. I mean, if you're afraid you're gonna lose this tool, you can put it in a sheath or just drop it in your pockets. And this is Super Riot, and this has been another tabletop review. And don't forget to like, subscribe. I will have more review for you guys soon. And here's a sneak peek on my next review video. You can guess what that is. It's a pistol. It's my carry pistol. And basically what I do is I'm going to review my EDC. What do I carry every day? And stuff like that. So thanks for watching again, and have a good day.